right, CHR Postgame Show. Hawks lose 4-3 in overtime to the Carolina Hurricanes. Lee Grossman, Tassos Kirkos, and Raven Gasser here. Tim Tebow no longer in the picture.
No, Tim.
Thanks to everybody that joined us for the live stream. That was a lot of fun. Thank you to everybody that was in the chat participating. You made another brutal Hawks loss just, fun for us to digest a little bit. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if this is our lowest attended postgame show of the year right now.
I don't know. We got some people in chat.
No. I appreciate everybody in chat. Yeah. I just, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get much more than that after this.
We gotta.
We're gonna put on a show. We're gonna put on a show for everybody. Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. Like that was just. It was I'll rip it off here just because I did take some notes here, and Lee's gonna go off the cuff. So, I'll start the conversation off a little bit, but this to me was sort of a wash, rinse, repeat of the Vegas game, except they weren't able to clutch up and walk away with the W. Really solid first period. You take a 2-0 lead on a Stanley Cup contending team. Shaky goalie, right? Last time it was Ilya Samsonov in the net. This time it's Freddie Anderson, who hasn't played a game in 3 months. And then, I wish we had taken a screen grab of the second period stats from the season when it flashed up on the screen, because that was just a microcosm of the Hawks season. And you actually did mention this on the live stream that early on in the season, the Hawks would have these like really good or really bad starts, and then they'd piece it together at the end.
Yeah.
And now it seems like, and maybe that's like partly you've got these young kids up in the lineup and they're all juiced up and ready to go, and they just like
adrenaline dump after the first.
Yeah. But yeah, I really wish we had taken that screen grab. Last and second, I remember this off the dome. Last and second period shot differential in the NHL. Last and second period shot attempt differential too. And then they were like at or near the bottom of the league in like goals against, all that fun stuff that you really should be good at when it comes to hockey. Outshot 13-6 in the second period, but it was 13-3 before that like late flurry in the last 45 seconds of the period. Like they were dominated thoroughly that entire second period. And then the third period too, like what you're looking for a goal, you give up a late backbreaker. Who got the tying goal? I forgot. Oh, it was Stahl. It was Jordan Stahl in that play. We can talk about that too a little bit, but outshot 19-7 in the third period, man. Like I don't know.
It's the thing with this team is, and we said it on the live stream too. We called it happening. It's like if we get up to a lead early, the team will lay down and die in that second period, and that's exactly what they did. It's so frustrating when you like go up, you have positive play, you're looking good, and then they try to like manage the game and be defensively responsible, and then just completely give up on trying to score again. You got to go for the jugular when you have a 2-goal lead. You can't just like sit back and play cautious and be like, oh, we got a lead, let's protect it. Like, no, you got to go get more. You can't let up. And that's something that this Hawks team has failed to do again and again and again, and it costed them tonight, and they ended up losing in overtime. Total shots were 48-25, though, which is a woof and a half.
Dude, and you want to know what's like even worse? I mean, if it could get worse, the Hawks actually somehow blocked 21 shots tonight. Imagine what the shot counter would have looked like if even like half of those had gotten through. Oh my God, dude! Like we're talking about 50+ saves.
Yeah, I mean, and that just kind of shows you how much more possession the Canes had. And it's been kind of the similar story for a lot of these games. Like how many games have we seen in the past few weeks where the other team has over 35 shots on net? Like it's kind of crazy.
Feels like every game.
Yeah. So it's a lot of that is possession, but then a lot of that is when we do get a lead, we don't play aggressively. And I think when you sit back and invite the other team to come attack you, they're going to oblige and they're going to do it, especially a team like this. Like the Canes are a good squad. And yeah, it didn't look like they wanted the win that bad. Like if you want the win that bad, you got to go get it. You can't just play like hesitant and scared after you score a couple goals. I will say, as bad as that second period was, it was nice that we were able to score a goal with like 19 seconds left from Ryan Donato. which
it's nice to take the lead there.
Yeah, it like kind of nullified a little bit. Like it didn't make it completely okay, but you know, you're still heading into the third with the lead. And
imagine how many you'd get if you actually, like, you know, played a competent period. Maybe you get 2 again. So my big thing, and we're actually getting asked to do some ref talk here. A couple of people chalking that one up to the refs. I don't know that I'm quite there yet. You know, we could have the discussion a little bit, but for me, the big thing was after that first period, you know, you have a goalie in there that has not played in 3 months. And, you know, first period, you're buzzing around, you're creating havoc in front of the net. And, you know, Bertuzzi's goal is like, you know, exactly how you should score on a goalie that hasn't scored or that hasn't played in 3 months, right?
Yeah.
You know, he's out of position, you bank it off his butt, it goes off the defenseman, it goes in the net. But, like, you know, he's not going to have that, like, game pace yet in his game, you know, but then you just like leave him untested, basically 13 shots over the final 40 minutes and you didn't get one in overtime. So that to me was the big, you know, reason that, you know, things just didn't go the Hawks' way again. But
yeah, the message in the locker room after that first period, which should have just been like, yo, we can just outscore any sort of problems tonight. If we just stay aggressive as hell offensively, like we are going to outscore
but they
them.
didn't.
I know. And they didn't. And that's a problem. You know, like why, I don't know, why resort back to that defensive style of play after you score a couple? It's like almost better for this team to get scored on first because then they're playing from behind, they're playing hungry. But then it's like when they score first, they take the feet off the gas. And it's been a recurring issue, which is like, it's okay to lose, but it sucks when you're seeing the same bad habits occur over and over again with this team, because it's not a good habit for these young guys, you know, like regardless of the fact that yes, we want the first overall pick this year, or maybe Tassos wants the second overall pick, but yeah, you don't want bad habits like that developing amongst the group, because those type of things do stick with guys.
Yeah, dude, it's a fine line between, like, you know, I mean, and it took the Edmonton Oilers so long to like flip it around too. But there's a fine line between like a successful rebuild and becoming the Buffalo Sabres, you know? Like that line is so thin, and you allow these like tendencies of losing hockey to, you know, become habit, and you're done. You're done. So, yeah, I don't know. To me, that's like a larger discussion of like, man, they better get a good coach here this summer.
Yeah, we have to. You can't, you know. Like
Anders is like a...
He's a placeholder. It's fine.
But. Yeah, I mean, he's not even like a good placeholder at this point. I can't even really say that. But, like, dude, you know, you got to get a competent NHL bench boss in here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree.
Do we want to do some ref talk? I know there was like a missed call that you were...
Yeah, I think on the Jarvis goal, the shorthanded goal, I think that was their first one.
Yeah, it was.
Bedard totally got slashed on the hands as he was entering the zone from I think it was Aho who slashed him. But I don't know if they're going to call it. But I do think that's largely why he coughed the puck up, is because he got smacked on the hands, and then puck immediately goes off his stick, and then all of a sudden Jarvis is going the other way. So I thought that one was pretty bad. And then also I thought the hook on Bedard, I thought the hooking penalty was like really soft. And it's like, okay, that's what we're calling. All right. Like, I don't know. And then the last goal that was under Mrazek, that wasn't bad. I don't. How can you blow that dead if the ref can literally see that it's like right
between his legs? Yeah. I mean, you could squeeze the legs there a little bit.
Yeah. And then also TJ Brody should like lay down there. Yeah, I hate how he's just like on his knees. Like,
yeah, Brody tried to block the puck here. This is from King JR. Brody tried to block the puck behind Mrazek on the game time goal instead of just using his stick and pushing it into. Yeah, like normally you see guys like push it into the pads a little bit to, you know,
just
blow
don't
it down.
Drop down into the butterfly. Like,
yeah.
TJ Brody had an awful game. I don't know if that's where you want to go next. But.
No, I mean we can, dude. I mean, like. It was the second goal that they scored, the Jesperi Kotkaniemi goal, that it was like, oh, unforgivable. Like, just flailing around on the ice, you know. I mean, he's just fighting it really hard right now. Like, we were laughing that he, like, tripped over the blue line at one point. But, you know, like, I don't know that there is a guy fighting it more in the NHL than TJ Brody.
It's like he's in a battle against the man in the mirror right now,
literally.
and he's getting his ass beat. It was an atrocious game from him, and we were talking about it on stream. If you guys missed the stream, maybe we'll make a clip of all the Brody slander throughout the game because we were having some fun.
That's probably the clip.
It kind of has to be. I feel like, but. We have him for another year, paying him over $3 million. That was, like, I think far and away Kyle Davidson's worst move this offseason. Kyle Davidson made a move for a goaltender that has not played a single game, and TJ Brody is still the worst move. Just to put that into perspective. I also mentioned that the TJ Brody contract might be worse than Seth Jones. Which in Seth Jones is being paid $9.5 million for.
Dude, I don't know that that's like, the craziest take in the world. I know it's not like, and I saw somebody in chat say that, a lot of guys will follow your highest paid player a little bit, so there is, when Jones takes a night off or, isn't as sharp as he can be, a lot of guys are going to kind of follow toe behind that, where Brody, it's just like, there are guys probably in that locker room that are like, why is this guy here? You know, like they know, like they have to know.
They know.
Like,
they know. When you're like, if you've ever played a sport before, when guys on your team are like, this guy shouldn't be in the game right now.
Yeah.
I guarantee that's how some of these guys feel about TJ Brody. I couldn't help but like, why is Nolan Allen not in the lineup? Why are you like, is it because we're paying TJ Brody over $3 million that we feel like we have to play him? Nolan Allen should be in. Play Nolan Allen. He's better than TJ Brody, like without question at this point in Brody's career. So that's one of those frustrating things. It's like, I don't know. You see some of these young guys get scratched or sent back down to the AHL after like a couple bad performances, and then we're still playing TJ Brody. I'm not even going to look at how many minutes he played tonight. I just know it was 5 minutes too much.
Yeah, I mean, I can look up how much you played, but like, what are we doing here, man?
Yeah,
like
he played 15 minutes. That's too much.
That's too much.
He shouldn't have played. He should be.
And you're playing Wyatt Kaiser 13 minutes. Like, come on, man.
Brody should be taken out of the lineup, though, right? Like, we should not see him in the next game. I would hope.
Yeah, I would hope not too, but this coaching staff is not really like. And here's the thing, too. Unless it's like Philip Kurashev, like that seems to be the only guy. And I guess like Taylor Hall, but that was Luke Richardson. But like, and even that was like a weird thing. Like they're not like holding guys accountable, And it's not like, we'll do Bedard and like Nazar talk and, the young guns. But it's hard. It's awkward when they're vets on the team. Like, what are you going to do? Like, TJ Bro, like, it's not like he's maliciously doing these things.
No,
you know what I mean?
no,
like, he's
not
lost
mailing
it.
him in.
He's lost it. Like, he's lost all ability to play hockey.
It's not an
so what are you
effort
gonna do?
issue.
What are you going to do? Sit him? Like, yeah. It's not like an effort issue.
There's not a message that needs to get through to TJ Brody that's not getting through.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
It's a
like
brutal situation.
But it's like an organizational accountability that it's like, we're going to continue to trot out Martinez and Brody together. And, man.
It's questionable. I was screaming about that. Like, even if it was just like a bad change and something happens and you had Martinez and Brody out there together, but then it's like, there's the goal. That's what happens when those two guys are out there on the ice together. It's just an age thing. Like, I think Martinez has still got a little bit left to give. He's not like dreadful out there. But I don't think we should be playing him as the quarterback of the fucking second power play unit.
I couldn't believe that when I actually got a good look at it. I was like, wait, that's 25 out there.
Yeah, what are we doing? Why is I think someone in chat, I forgot who it was. Oh, it was Will. Pointed out the fact at the beginning of the game, hey, Alec Martinez is the guy on the second power play unit. And that should absolutely be Alex Vlasic. Like, how?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like, there was a point in this season where Alex Vlasic was given the first power play unit over Seth Jones. Why is he not the second unit? Like, he's been so good this year. I that's just like a
Is it like an offense thing? Is it like you don't think he's generating enough of it? I don't know.
I think it's a bad coaching decision is what I think it is. It's
Yeah.
like unless maybe they're trying to just boost Alec Martinez's points to move off of.
Doesn't make sense.
But even then, it's like you don't jeopardize. You don't take away those opportunities,
those reps
from Vlasic, just to try to bolster Martinez's stats a little bit, so you can get maybe a fourth instead of a fifth for him.
Can I be harsh for a second?
Yeah,
that's what happens when you bring in a Chicago Mission head coach to be your National Hockey League bench boss. Dude, I mean, like.
Oh my god!
Maybe you should go back to coaching like 14-year-olds, dude.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Bedsy's playing better under him. Like, there are positives. Like
you and I and Derek King could have made Bedard play
true.
better.
No, that's
like,
true.
This isn't like you're unlocking the weaponized offensive potential of Jason Dickinson, dude. Like, this is Connor freaking Bedard. Like, of course he should be scoring. Like,
yeah, it
was bad that he was. Like, it was a problem that he wasn't. It was an anomaly that he wasn't.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it was the system. It was just like, as long as you don't play that defensive system and don't play Connor Bedard with Jason Dickinson and Ilya Mikheyev, he will score. Turns out. Yeah. And he's been on like a 90+ point pace since he's been playing under Sorensen. So,
dude, I mean, and if I see another guy like enter the zone and pull up like 2 feet inside the blue line and like look for somebody in the middle and just cough the puck up, like I'm gonna like
it's a bad
punch
play.
A hole in the TV. Dude.
Bertuzzi's like the king of it,
but all of them do it now.
Yeah, Nazer did it well though.
Yeah, but like he's a guy that can do that.
Yeah. There's only like 3 guys on the team that can do it, and nobody else should be allowed to.
Yeah.
It's like, just put it behind the net or on the net for all I care.
Yeah. So, it doesn't seem like we're blaming the refs as much as some people in the chat, but
what's the point of blaming you missed how many breakaways did we have today? Like, how are we going to blame the refs? Like, this team could have just taken the win. We could have just won if we converted on opportunities and didn't lay back and die for like over half the game.
Yeah.
I'm not going to blame. Like, if it was a nail biter where we played great and we got screwed on that Bedard play, yeah, I'd be blaming the refs a little bit. But when Tyler Bertuzzi's in on a 2-on-0 with Frank Nazer and putting it straight into the glove, I'm not going to be complaining about the referees.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Brian and chat, you get outshot 2-1. It isn't the ref's fault.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank
literally.
you, Will. Yes, exactly. They played horribly for large stretches and then didn't execute and take their chances when they had them. Dickinson had a breakaway. Mikheyev had a breakaway. Bertuzzi had a breakaway. None of them scored. You're not going to win games like that. You're not going to win games getting outshot 2-1.
All right. Do you want to do some positives or do you want to do Kane's talk first?
Let's go positives before we lose people.
Okay. Yeah, no, seriously. I thought Nazar was really solid again, obviously. Like, that kid, yeah. I mean, he's growing as each game like goes on and he's getting like these opportunities. He's looking better and better. Although I will say, this is kind of a negative, but he's got to finish, dude. Yeah. Like, he's got to finish some of these chances. Like, some of the, but he is all over the play. Like, I'm not trying to like dog the kid because he is playing, he's
out of his head.
Yeah, out of his head right now. But like the breakaway, he did try and tuck it 5-hole, but I feel like there was like another look or two that it's like, dude, like get a little bit more lumber on that, stronger bottom hand and like put that in the back of the net.
Yeah. No, I agree. We need to start seeing him convert, but there's just so many other positives about his game. Like, he looks like a player that's gonna be able to do everything. Not too many weaknesses in his game. Like, and it's crazy to say this early on, but it's like, dude, as this kid continues to grow and get bigger and even faster, like, holy shit, that play where he skated up the ice and tried to dive and like hit the puck to Bedard.
Yeah.
That pace creative, but the pace on him is some Blackhawks person tweeted it out after the game, and just watching it back, it's like, holy shit, this kid can fly, and he's only gonna get faster. Yeah, and he's one of those guys that's like Bedard. Like, they've just got that it thing when it comes to slowing the game down a little bit and finding passes and being creative. And I also think he's amazing off the puck. I think he's able to get open so easily. No matter where he's at, he finds little pockets of space to either get an open shot or find another good pass. Yeah, I think the sky is the limit for that kid. And I just love watching him and Bedard together.
Shout out Peter Mrazek, too, for still getting the third start of the game, even though that's hard to do when you let in 4 goals and you lose the hockey game. But shout out to him. He was solid, and without him, not that like Soderblom would have been better or worse, but like you get Freddie Anderson in there.
Oh my god!
You flipped the goalies tonight on the other team.
We're talking about he'd get pulled. He'd get pulled after 6.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got to do stick taps for our goalies because like. I don't know if Soderblom is going to be like a guy for us in the future, but both of these guys have played relatively well for the team that they have in front of them. So yeah, I mean, tonight you just feel bad for Mrazek. It's like he did absolutely everything he could. He made however many stops, 41 or whatever it was. Like it sucks.
More than that.
It sucks that.
Or was it 41?
Well,
44.
Not shots, saves though.
44 saves.
Okay. Holy shit! Yeah, it was 48 shots. Oh my gosh.
I know. 44 saves for Peter.
That's so rough. You got to feel like, is it not awkward in the locker room after that? Like, if I was a goalie in my team and we lose in overtime after having 2 different leads and I make 44 saves, I'd be fucking pissed. I'm not talking to anyone. If there's somebody laughing, haha, joking, having a fun time, don't talk to me. I'd be pissed.
Yeah, it would be a fly on the wall in that locker room right now.
Jeez, I wouldn't. It might make me upset.
The only other positive I have, and like maybe this is more of like a funny positive, but like how about Philip Kurashev getting a goal and an assist and being a +2, +2 in his return to the lineup?
Yeah.
That was kind of funny.
It's kind of one of those things. If I'm Kyle Davidson, I am picking up that phone right now and trying to sell him after tonight. And I'm just going to say, hey, you see what he did tonight? You see that? You want him? You want him?
A 5th round pick? Sure. Deal.
7th? Okay, yeah, sure. I'll give you a fucking box of Cheetos, too.
Just don't trade him in the division.
Why? Yeah, because he'll score against us every time he plays us.
Yeah, just ship him to Nashville and he turns into a,
There were a couple more positives. I thought Vlasic had a good game tonight, and then Donato getting a goal and assist, Hall having an assist. Like, these are all guys that it's been made pretty clear that we're going to be trading within the next month or so. So good to see them upping their trade value little by little every game. Those are guys you do want to see.
We said it on the show today that putting Kurashev on that line with Hall and Donato, I was like, dude, the only thing you can't do is drag these guys down. Yeah. And they didn't. They were honestly really good.
They were good. It was actually a pretty good, their best line tonight, probably.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Actually, the Bedard Nazer line did create a lot of chances. It was just they had a couple goals, but yeah. But other than that, I mean, shit, not too many positives. I mean, I guess Nazer and Bedard looking great together is enough positives, where you don't really need anything else. You can just.
I will say I didn't love Bedard's game today. I didn't love it. I didn't think it was a Z game. Definitely, no. I thought it was maybe like a B- game from him.
I mean, he had a couple of bad turnovers, and they were obviously on the ice for that overtime goal.
And look, when you're like, I'm not going to kill this kid for turnovers, because when you're taking chances, right, and you're trying to create offense on a team that has none,
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Yeah. So you can't like kill him.
What
for
is
that.
he supposed to do? Yeah, like not try to create
chances.
Offense.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to Luke Richardson numbers of like one goal a game. If we play well, we'll score once.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't want to kill him for that, but I didn't think it was his best game.
Tyler Bertuzzi scores again.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Most goals on the team.
That's nice. That's like I said, that's how you got to score on a goalie that, needs testing, right?
Take that stupid ass neck guard off, though, dude. No, I'm kidding.
No, dude, it's safe.
It's safe. Chat's gonna start telling me why he wears it.
Did you know? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You want to do Kane's talk?
King Jr. wanted King Jr. Today. He wanted us to do a little Reichel and Doc talk.
Oh, they were good.
Yeah, I thought Doc had a few nifty moves. I said on the live stream that I like Colton Doc's game better than Kirby Doc's game. I think he's got way more nails about him. I think he's got that dog in him. He's more of a grinder and less of like a flashy skill guy, but he's still got a bit of offensive skill. You can tell. I want them to keep that line going and keep them together because I think they've looked well. They've played well together and have looked good. And I think Reichel has looked really good the past few games. So I hope we hold on to Lucas Reichel. I know there were some talks about maybe him being a potential trade piece, but the kid with that fast, I think still has so much potential, so much upside.
Yeah. All right, let's do some Canes talk. Because I actually have some takes here. First of all, Jacob Slavin had 3 assists tonight. Did you even pick up on that? Like, that is how good that guy is, and that's like kind of the thing about him.
Yeah,
is like I didn't notice him at all. Like, we're watching the game, I noticed Dmitry Orlov, I noticed Brent Burns and how old and slow he looked. Yeah. I noticed Jalen Chatfield. I said it during the stream. I was like, man, like that dude's underrated. Yeah. Like, he carries the puck pretty well. He's pretty confident with it.
I noticed Aho. I thought Aho.
No, but we're talking defense.
Okay,
we're talking Hurricanes defenseman. I didn't notice Slavin once out there, and then 3 apples, second star of the game. How do you do?
He's a beast.
Yeah, so that was my one.
Your Team USA captain.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, dude, why not? Like, he's just like a really good guy. Like really good family man. He does a lot of like good stuff in the community. Not to this isn't Jacob Slavin hockey radio, but he's just a really good human
friend
being.
of the show,
Jacob Slavin. His brother is actually captain of the Wolves this year, Josiah.
Really?
Yeah, because the Hurricanes are the Wolves NHL team. So yeah,
checks out.
Yeah, but I said this before. I will say it again. Brent Burns looks old. Like, yeah,
dude, he's just so big and slow
for how much they use him too, dude.
Yeah,
like. I don't know, man. I don't know. But their defense is really good. Like, Goss Despair's a beast, Sean Walker's another guy they brought in for I know they paid him, but they got him in free agency, so it didn't cost him any assets. So just that's how they build their team, is having an incredible decor. Mm-hmm. And, think of they lost Brady Shea and Brett Pesce, and it's not even a big deal to them. They let those dudes walk. They're like, yeah, okay, go get your bag in free agency. We're not going to give you that much.
I feel like that just speaks volumes about how good of a coach Brendan Moore is, though, too.
Yeah.
That it doesn't matter what piece or parts you have, he'll make it work.
Yeah. The only other Canes point I had that was actually kind of a negative, outside of, Aho's freaking unbelievable, dude.
That guy's so dominant.
Yeah. But dude, Andrei Svechnikov, if they actually want to win the Stanley Cup, we're talking about getting even to the final and winning the Stanley Cup, he was a ghost.
Yeah,
he was an absolute did nothing in that hockey game.
Yeah, he's got to have a pulse. That's the thing, is they don't really have. That's why I don't consider them a true contender, because I don't think they have enough offensive firepower. Yes, the 3 or 4 guys they have are good, but I don't think it's enough. When you just look around the East alone and you think about some of these teams, you think about the Devils and you think about the Leafs and you think about the Lightning and the Panthers. It's you got to be able to put pucks in the back of the net, and you got to have guys that are going to be able to deliver and do it in the postseason. And I just don't think they have enough. They're a good team. They're a good regular season team, but I could see them making the second round, and that's it. I don't see them winning 2 rounds in the Stanley Cup playoffs, because it's who are they gonna have to beat? They're gonna have to beat the Devils, Capitals,
yeah.
I don't know. That's a rough path.
Yeah, totally is. All right. What else, dude? I don't know. I didn't really have much else from this game.
I saw I don't know. People are always going to be slandering Seth Jones in chat, but I guess
It wasn't that bad.
I didn't really
dude.
notice
Come
him
on.
tonight, so I guess that's a good thing. He had an assist. It's just the contract. It's the contract that screws him.
These two teams play again in 10 days in Carolina. So that will be the wrap on the season series between these two sides. Didn't we look? Oh, I read something today on the show that it was like the Hurricanes have just dummied the Hawks for the last 6 years or something. Like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, that streak continues tonight. At least we got the point.
Playoff chase still on?
Yes. Hey, we're on
they're out of last.
We're on 3-game point streak. We're out of last. We're on the up.
Based off of tiebreaker to the San Jose Sharks.
These games have been competitive though. Like the past 3 have all been pretty good. It just makes me feel like we're due for a 6-2
Drubbing.
Yeah.
Who's next on the calendar?
Is it like Tampa?
Oh my God.
Is it Tampa on Friday? Am I right about that?
Oh, that's right. They don't play again until Friday, do they?
Not until Friday. They're gonna come in so slow. We're gonna, you know what? Our dumbasses are gonna be saying on Wednesday and Friday on the show Friday. We're gonna be like, oh, they've had some time off. They're gonna be well rested. No, they're gonna come in slow.
Nikita Kucherov's gonna come in and have 6 points.
Yes, in the first period.
All right. Anything else?
I'm good.
All right. Me too.
It's a late one.
It is a late one, dude. I've been up so early today. I'm ready to hit the hay. All right.
Absolutely.
We're 3 subscribers. We got another one while doing this show. We're 3 subscribers away from 400. Please help us get to that mark. Whatever it takes. I don't really care at this point. But yeah, just help push us over the line. It means a lot when you guys do that. And, I know some of you guys are like signing in on like multiple emails and, whatever, guys. We appreciate all the love, all the support, the fact that there's like people watching this right now and
at 11:15
at 11:15 Central, which means if you're Eastern, if you're it could be late right now. So we're super appreciative of you. We're super appreciative of everybody that like joined the live stream tonight. We had like over 150, 160 people join over the course of it. Chat was super active. It was fun. We had Raven sat down for the whole third period, and I took over the producer's chair. So it was cool. It was a lot of fun.
If you guys want some entertainment, like it doesn't even matter about the game. You could just throw that show on 1.5 times speed and just like do some chores, and I think you'll be entertained. We were goofing around for 2 hours, so.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah, you guys are great. All right. Like I said, follow on Instagram too. Helps us out at Chicago Hockey Radio, and leave a 5-star rating and review, Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you are an audio listener, we will be back Wednesday with the podcast. Justin will be back with us.
And I will not be on that show.
Oh, you will not?
I'm working.
Oh, all right. So just me and Justin then, and we'll hold down the fort. All right. See everybody Wednesday.